What's going on, everybody? We are back for episode 15 of High Above Courtside. Celtics fresh off a 111-101
Let's go.
Saturday night primetime win versus LeBron, Luka, and the Lakers. Steve, let's get your initial reaction.
Well, as they say, a crush to 300 look like a phantom until a phantom pull up. And that's what happened to this number one rated defense that we were talking about on last pod. The Lakers were, getting glazed by the media. Well, guess what? We dominated them. That's really what this game came down to. I mean, scoring's fine and everything. We put up 111 points, but the defense was unreal, especially in the third quarter. The Lakers had 5 made field goals and 6 turnovers. That's just what you love to see. That's amazing.
Not winning doing that.
No, not at all. And then you saw our majestic, beautiful Dominican just looking like an absolute monster out there, a demon on defense, just locking down everybody. It was absolutely glorious to see.
Unbelievable. Defense, absolutely the story. Al Horford, absolutely the story again. I mean, it was incredible to watch them lock in, especially in that third quarter, like you said, 29-13. They outscored the Lakers in the third, and I mean, the way Al was switching on to LeBron and Luka, Jalen, as always, stuffed Luka in his back pocket.
Oh, flashbacks of the
dominated
finals.
him. I mean, ridiculous Jalen before. He's so good on the ball. He's so good against Luka. It's just, I don't even know where to start with who we want to go into on this game, but I guess we'll start with Jalen. I mean, he's so strong, he's so athletic, and Luka is the opposite of that. And when Jalen gets to go against him and just have that matchup one-on-one, he clearly gets up for it. And it was no different tonight. I mean, he had at least 2 or 3 times where he pickpocketed him almost at half court that led to one was an Al dunk. I think he had a couple dunks. There was one where he booted the pass and threw it out of bounds, but that's neither here nor there. Still, I mean, he just makes it so hard for Luka. Luka can't dribble it up the court against him. He's locked into him, from the opposing foul line. And it's just he makes it so tough for him. It was just amazing to see.
Jalen takes it personal when he's playing Luka. It's like such a stock difference. Like Jalen is kind of coasting a little bit on defense. He's not the best off-ball defender, but when he's locked in on ball, he's got the seatbelt on. He's doing this little celebration. He's absolutely a demon out there. It's so reminiscent of the finals. It was kind of like eerie a little bit. There's a different team, same old Luka though, going up. Just his tubby-ass little body going up around, trying to get by Jalen. And that's the biggest thing with Luka, right? Like, he could dominate the smaller guys. He could use his body and try to get by them and use his little deceleration step. But Jalen's just as big. He's just as strong, and he's not going to let you get to where you want to go, and he dictates where the ball handle is going. And it was just great to see. Jalen here, 52% from the field. He was 31 points. 3 for 6 from 3, 50%. I mean, the offense is coming back for him. The shooting splits are great. I think he's like 35% over the last 5 games or so. So that's exactly what you want to see from him. I'll take 35% the rest of the way. That's just like absolutely amazing. What else we got in here? I mean, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, the 3 steals that you mentioned, only 2 turnovers, a plus 11. Absolutely amazing. Jalen's been great and everything. I want to get to Al because Al's real like the true story here. Unreal, dude. 5 for 9 from the field. 1 for 3 is okay. But what it really came down to is those defensive rebounds. We needed him on the glass big this one. And also taking advantage of the mismatches because that's what this whole game was, right? It was a playoff atmosphere. It's I'm going to attack your mismatch. They're going to attack ours. And who can, guard their yard the best. And that's what Al did. He held up against LeBron, Luka, Austin Reeves. It doesn't matter who you threw at him. He was clamping.
Yeah, I mean, unbelievable for Al. We talked about it last pod. It's amazing that at 38, you feel so comfortable with him switching on to anybody in the league, never mind the LeBrons and Lukas of the world. But Luka he's not even quicker than Al. Like, he can't get by him. So when you get these strong guys like Jalen and Al and Tatum, it's like he's still going to put up the number. I mean, what did Luka finish with? 34 and 8 on 11 of 22. Like, good stat line. But he didn't
Team
dictate.
high minus 19. Team high
Right,
minus.
like it felt like every shot he took, even though he hit some tough ones, it was the Celtics dictated what shot he was going to take.
Yeah.
It wasn't he never forced him to put 2 on the ball, which opens up everything else for all the other guys. It was just like, okay, you want to hit a step back 3 off the glass in the fourth quarter? Yeah, I mean, he's going to hit those. He's Luka. He's unbelievable offensively. But they were able to push him to the spots they wanted to push him, make it tough for him, and ultimately, dominate him. It was like you said, it's a lot like the finals. His final numbers, 34 and 8 on 50% shooting is awesome. It's just that the Luka problem. I know I said this on Blue Sky. You're always going to have a Luka problem when against the good teams. When as much of an advantage he is offensively, he's just as much of a disadvantage defensively. And you saw it in this game, especially the second half. It was just, where is Luka? Bring him up. Drew, they tried to hide him on Drew the whole game, and it's just, okay, Drew, set a screen and get out of there. And here's Jalen and Jason going at him. They're going to have to bring help. If they don't, you're going right by him for a layup. I mean, unbelievable. Al, the way Al was moving his puppies this game against him, this guy can't retire.
I got a stat for you on Al Horford.
Let me hear it.
All right, Al Horford faced 23 ISOs last night, second most in tracking history there. So he allowed just 0.39 points per direct play per second spectrum on all those. So his plus 5.2 defensive net points were best of the day. It's absolutely unreal. So like 1 point per possession is that's solid, right? You want to be right around there. Anything lower than that, it's kind of ass. Above that, you're doing great. 0.39? This 38-year-old 0.39?
Absurd.
Get out.
And what's crazy is, if you think of it from a substance, no KP in this game, obviously. Lakers had some guys out, but more importantly, for the Celtics to make a deep playoff run, if you could pick either Al or Kristaps to be there, it's Al by a mile. It's actually not even close, which just speaks to how good the Celtics are. When you have a guy like Porzingis, who it's he's a luxury for us. It's great when he's out there, and we're better when he's out there, but Al is the guy defensively that we need, because again, Tatum can do so much guarding big men, and the way Al switches on guys is just it's such an advantage. There's only a few guys in the league who can do what he can do, and he hits threes, and he's back to posting up. He's 2013.
Oh, the post stuff was he posted up LeBron.
Posting LeBron. Him and LeBron had some cool one-on-ones where I was shouting at my TV legends, 2 legends right here. Let's go. And I think LeBron got him a couple times, but not many. Not many. I think Al got the better of both him and Luka. Plus team high plus 16, like you said. Or I guess D White was a plus 17, but still, Al plus 16 at his age, 5 for 9. Just unbelievable. Unbelievable. Can't say enough about the guy. And Jalen, to get back into Jalen, there was some cool sequences down the stretch where it was all right, Luka, come on up here. He finished in the lane over him one time. Mm-hmm. And then he obviously that dagger jab step dotted Luka's eye. Just an unbelievable finish.
Jalen was unreal in the fourth, dude. He was unreal in the fourth. He played all of the fourth quarter, 9 points, 4 for 7 from the field, 1 for 2 from 3. Just absolutely stepping up when in the big moments. And it's very reminiscent to the finals and why he won finals MVP, locking down on D and then giving you those timely buckets, making the right decisions. He was great in this one.
Yeah, unbelievable. I mean, and it's so hard for the Lakers to beat a team like the Celtics down the stretch when you have Luka on the court. It's too much of a disadvantage. And this is what we're talking about when we talk about Luka and what he is. And Lakers fans, I'm sorry, you're going to have to deal with this for how, and it's a good, I guess it's a good
10 years.
It's a good problem to have, I guess, because he is that good. But you're always going to have the issue of him just being too slow to guard anybody, and he doesn't try.
He sleeps on defense too, dude. Yeah,
which one? I forget what play it was, or maybe it was a Tatum step back where he slapped him on the It was just a
On the elbow,
lazy
yeah.
defensive. So I think it was the third quarter, but it was just lazy, and it was just he smacked him on the. It's like, dude, just jump straight up at that point, and if Tatum hits a tough setback, great, tip your cap. But you giving him 3 free throws, it's like that would piss me off as a Lakers fan. Where, dude, you're not going to block that. Obviously, Tatum's 6'10". Don't even try. Just put your hands up and get out of the way and hope he misses. Honestly, I mean, it's like the same thing you say when
it's
all
crazy.
the time.
All the time in the corner three, just putting them up. It's just wild.
Right. It's crazy. And I mean, I feel like that's the way we play defense against Luka, where it's like, okay, force him into a step back, don't foul him, put your hands up, make it tough on him. He's going to hit some of them, and if he does, and if he goes 8 for 12 on step back threes, you're going to lose. But he's not going to do that throughout a series enough. The other thing I want to get into about Luka is just the obvious. I mean, him grabbing his back, and once he gets down 20 points, here comes Doris. He's clearly Luka. Luka's new nickname is Luka. Clearly not 100% Doncic. All right, because that's all that every game. He's clearly 100%. Yep. Guess what, Lakers fans? This is why Nico Harrison was wrong. You shouldn't trade Luka.
He was taking a victory lap last night.
You should have, you should have re-signed Luka. You could have traded him in 2 years, whatever. No one's debating that. But this is why you traded him. This is a guy who's 25, who's going to be injured. So you can't use it as an excuse anymore where, Luka's injured. Luka's always injured because he's out of shape. That's the problem. Like, there's a reason why LeBron James didn't get hurt for fucking 15 years. Because he's in unbelievable shape. He takes care of his body. He plays every night. Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, all these guys, Shea, all these superstars that never miss games. Luka does not take care of his body. So I don't want to hear the excuse when his back hurts because that's not a freak injury. That's, dude, you're not in the gym. You're not putting in that work before the game, stretching, getting treatment, whatever it is. And that's why Nico Harrison shipped his ass out of there. It wasn't the right move, but that's the reason. You saw it last night. Luka can get you, get you 50 wins. He can get you to the finals. He can get you to the conference finals. But when he's playing that elite team and he can't get up and down the court because he's fat and out of shape, it's going to be a problem. I'm sorry. So good luck, Lakers fans.
Yeah, he's all first team. When I'm playing bad, my injuries flaring up, and when I'm playing good, no injury whatsoever. I mean, it's just astonishing.
One time in the first half. Yeah, didn't see any back grabbing in the first half. And how are you? You just missed 2 months. You came back for 8 games, and now your back is messed up again.
Yeah, nothing up to this.
And I'm sorry, you have all these. We've all watched what was the Netflix one with Anthony Edwards and Tatum and LeBron starting 5 and all these things, and you see what these guys a guy like LeBron especially. It's 3 hours of treatment before a practice to get your body ready to play. He's not doing that because he has nothing better to do. He does it because he needs to prepare his body to play all these minutes, to play 82 games, to play 21 years in the league. This is what the greats do. This is why Tatum has his own personal trainer. These guys, it's hours of work. It's not show up to the game and play a 3-hour game. It's an 8-hour work day.
Yeah, there's a clip in that show of Tatum being in the gym, and he's like, I don't want to be in here, but it proves that when I'm in here and I'm working hard, I'm gonna win shit, and that's what fucking happens.
Right. When you're sitting on your ass, hitting the hookah before the game, and you show up at the court he's like me, he's just like one of us. Damn, my back hurts. What were you doing, dude? What were you moving furniture around your house or something? What's going on? I don't understand. And this is the Luka experience, and this is why, I'm so happy we have 2 physical freaks that are relentless workers, and that's what it's about. I guess you hope some of LeBron can rub off on Luka, but geez, I don't know. I don't know.
No, I don't think. You know what? Wild thing in this game. This is the 5th straight game the Celtics have had a 20+ point lead.
Yeah,
these boys are so fucking bad. I love it.
Yeah.
Even though I got a little tight balloon knot there in the 4th when they cut it down to 4. It was kind of reminiscent of the Cavs, but I don't get as.
It was reminiscent of the finals too, a lot.
Yeah.
These are good. Again, I'll never. It's your own fault. If Celtics are up 20 going to 3rd, I don't care any team. Up 20 going into the 4th, against a really good opponent, they're gonna make a run. And if you're the type of person who's like, oh, this game's over, then that's on you, not I, because I didn't think it was over. I knew, all right, the Lakers are gonna at one point they're gonna go on a 10-2 run. Like that was just obvious to me because they're good. The Lakers are legit. You know, it is. They get great players, so you knew that was coming, and it's about withstanding that. And when it gets down to 4, it's all about what happens next. You push that. Does it go to now you're down 2, or does it go to now you're up 9? And that's what the Celtics do in most of these games. So it's they look like they lost the lead. Yeah, but when they lost the lead, what happened next? They went on a 6-0 run. You know what I mean? They buckled down on defense. So, you know, those are the things. If you watch the league, this happens all the time. You know what I mean? If the Lakers were up 20 going into the fourth quarter last night, I would expect the Celtics to make a run and cut it to like 6 at some point. You know what I mean? The problem is trailing by 20 and putting yourself in that hole makes it almost impossible, especially in a series. So even when you battle back, it just takes so much to get over that hump. So like you said, the Celtics have 20-point leads in the last 4 or 5 games, whatever it is. That's good. Even if some of those leads dwindle a little bit, like getting up 20 in the third quarter, you're going to win most of those games.
Facts. Just how it goes. So we move on to Jason Tatum.
Let's do it.
40 points, 12 rebounds, 8 assists. He's flirting with those triple doubles recently. 2 steals, 1 block, plus 12 on the game. Just absolutely great. 12 of 28, not the best shooting. He loves shooting himself out of efficient games, but we needed high volume from the 3-point line this game, and he had 6 for 16, 10 for 12 from the free throw line. Kind of got a couple easy ones at the end of the game there to get that true shooting above 60%, but it was just he's just such a complete fucking player, dude. He's a great off-ball defender. You saw that block he had on Luka, just shoved his shit in his face. It was unreal. He's great. He's great on ball too, but like it's such a great dynamic. You have a great on-ball defender with Brown, great off-ball defender with Tatum. It just really makes it hard to penetrate this defense along with the other guys, Drew and Al and everyone else and Derek. But here's a stat for you, dude. Entering December, there had been 3 40, 10, and 8 games in Celtics history. John Havlicek in 1968, Larry Bird in 86, Bird again in 92, and Jason Tatum's now done it 3 times in the last 11 weeks, twice on this.
In the last 77 days. That's crazy. So Bird did it twice in his entire career.
Yep.
Crazy. He's
unreal.
3 times in 3 months. Unbelievable.
He's unreal.
This is the
he's up there now. No matter what anyone else says, there's no second tier Tatum at the top of second tier. He's
Scal said it last night on the post game. Yeah, he's the third best player in the league. Scal said on the post game that I think, and it's if you go back to like right around the Christmas game, this is the best Jason Tatum's ever played. Since from Christmas to now, this is the apex. What guys like me and you were saying 6-7 years ago when Tatum was still a young buck. This was what he can be, and now he's here, and it's just it's unbelievable to watch. I mean, you can't take it for granted. The guy is in complete control at all times. I don't care about 12 for 28. You needed the shots.
Yeah,
I don't care. Yeah, like he does so much out there. 8 assists, 12 rebounds. Like he's switching on everything, guarding the big man, just doing everything. It's unbelievable. And those threes, like there was a few huge ones that he hit. The one at the end of the third quarter was unbelievable.
Unreal, dude.
And then again, late in the fourth quarter with I think Drew and Derek kept it alive and kicked to him on a catch and shoot. That kind of basically ended the game. But the guy just does so much. When and it's always nice to see a game like this when I don't know if it was the Lakers' game plan, but it felt like they were like, okay, we're going to take away everybody else, and the Jays are going to have to beat us, and they've proven they can do that consistently. I mean, even against the Cavs, it was like, okay, you want to let these guys – and Jalen missed some easy ones in the first quarter. Jalen could have easily had 40 in this game too. Yeah. So, I mean, just unbelievable. Unbelievable to have those two guys.
And it's nice to see the guys ramping up because, like, you want to have a couple games, especially in big moments like this in the 40-plus minutes because that's what's going to be in the playoffs. So it's great to see him able to play. What they played him and Brown played the whole second half, right? Did Tatum even? Yeah. He played the whole second half. So pretty crazy, dude. Unreal.
You can see Tatum a little fatigued at the
A little
end,
bit. I was just going to get to that.
But
A little
Jalen picked
fatigued.
him up, and
Yeah.
that's what it's all about.
Best duo in the league. That's why.
Best duo in the league. I want to get into Drew a little bit.
Let's go.
Because I didn't expect Drew to play in this game. He get the mallet finger, but he played.
Did you see the new celebration? The new celebration's hilarious. Usually it's
awesome.
fist and the Dr. Evil.
The Dr. Evil. His whole family was there. He flashed to his family in the crowd at one point, and they were all like doing it. It was funny.
I love it.
But he was shaky early, which I was like, why are you out there? If this is how you, it felt like early in the game. I don't know if you noticed this, like he was throwing a lot of passes with his left hand only, which I didn't like.
Strange.
I was like, if he can't throw the ball with his right hand, why is he out there? But he hit a three, and he took three. He was 1 for 3 from three, but they were all like, I mean, none of them were like awful. Didn't look like he was hurt. Like they were. One was so.
I thought the one behind the backboard a little bit on the wing might have gone in. It was just like I think it was a little short or something like that. It looked good.
But they all looked good, which was nice. And Tatum said it after the game, we're a different team with Drew on the court, and you could see that in the fourth quarter. Like his corner crashes, we all remember it from the Pacers and the Mavericks series last year in the playoffs. He has a knack for just getting those loose balls, getting those corner crash rebounds, getting a clutch steal, keeping plays alive, and it was huge at the end of the game. I think he had 3 in the fourth quarter offensive rebounds. What did he finish with?
He finished with 4
offensive rebounds. And I think at least 2 of them were in the fourth quarter. And I mean, just unbelievable. Unbelievable effort plays to a game gets tight, and that's the margins that we always talk about. And Drew's just a margins guy. He's a perfect margins guy that even when his shooting's not there, he's so strong on the switch. You can't exploit him. He can, it's just unbelievable. Different team when he's out there.
He's quarterback in the defense. And then the biggest thing is that even though he only shot 6 shots in this one, he's not a weak link on the defensive end. So Sam Hauser's not playing those extra minutes as he was in playing the Cavs game. He's out there. So now they have to go after Al or Derek. And Derek only because he's smaller in size. And JJ said this in the post game. We want to attack the bigs in open space and attack the smalls in tight areas. So if they want to do that, that's fine. But you're not going to be able to go at Holiday. And he's such a great decision maker on the defensive end. He knows how to peel off screens. He knows how to send guys over on certain help. It's just so great to have him. And he's underrated, to be honest. He's underrated.
So underrated. Great player. Need it. LeBron.
What you got next?
LeBron's unbelievable. Shout out LeBron.
LeBron's the ageless wonder.
The ageless wonder. That man can play till 50. He gets hurt at the end of the game. Don't love to see that. I saw it right away that when he went right over, he clearly called himself out of the game. You knew he wasn't. I mean, I knew then if he's calling himself out, he's done for the night. That was midway through the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
But not great for Lakers fans to see that because you go. I know you have Luka now, but you only go as far as by the time LeBron James himself takes you. So, it's March.
Diagnosis, maybe 2 to 4, possible 6 weeks, because it all depends. Soft tissue is tough to deal with, especially a groin.
Even when you come back with a groin, it's just one wrong step, and that thing's re-aggravated. So it's just oof.
It's brutal, but it kind of blessing these guys if you want to be on a little devil's advocate there for them, because if they have brutal stretch coming up for their schedule. So not putting those miles and all that kind of stuff on LeBron and getting them ready for the playoffs, you could, I guess, as a Lakers fan, you could kind of like that. But they're most likely going to be falling in the seeding, and that's kind of good if you don't want to see the Thunder in the finals, because them in the Lakers in the 4 seed would really kind of push, I think, the Thunder, specifically for the matchups that they could kind of go at. And just Luka loves playing them.
Yeah. I want to see the Lakers play the Thunder, definitely.
Yeah.
But even for the Lakers, even if you only dropped it, you really want that 2 seed, because if you drop to the 3 seed, you don't want the Warriors in the first round. And the Warriors, I think, are in the 6 seed right now.
Yeah. I don't know. I think they could handle the Warriors.
I mean, I'm not saying they wouldn't beat them, but I mean, what are the standings right now? Let's look at the
Warriors in the 6th seed right now. So it's OKC, Denver, LA, Memphis, Houston.
Yeah, and they're 3 games back. So the chances are the Warriors aren't catching the Rockets. So they're pretty much locked into the 6 or the 7. So, I don't want the Warriors in the second round. I'd rather, in the first round, I'd rather be in the 4 seed and play the Rockets or the Grizzlies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if you're going Warriors, Nuggets, Thunder, you have no shot if you're the Lakers. You're not getting through all three of those.
Tough.
That's crazy. And even if you do make it through all three of those, then you're going to play Celtics or the Cavs, and it's just not going to happen. So you really want 17 Timberwolves or Clippers or whoever ends up falling to that spot. That's a lot easier of a first round series. So,
for sure.
And now Luka's limping around, so this is what I mean. It's okay, now Lakers fans, you're relying on Tubby to stay healthy and to carry you through this when you have guys banged up and out of the lineup. And I don't know. We'll see, but
I'm sure his back will be fine next game. There won't be any problem, Jim.
Unbelievable.
But again, we won the points in the paint battle here as well, and I was really looking forward to that just because they had no bigs. And what did we win this by? Points in the
doesn't
paint.
Count. Jackson Hayes was, all NBA player, all NBA. All Jackson Hayes is, we can't. Can you judge the Lakers when they don't have future Hall of Famer Rui Hachimura out there? You know what I mean?
Yeah. You get size, you can totally shoot, dude. Get the fuck out of here.
Okay, great.
He's getting cooked. No one can stop Jason Tatum. No one can. They've been putting everybody in the league. Have been trying to put someone on him, and he's dusting everybody.
Yeah, it's beautiful to see. I have a funny kind of few possessions last night that I thought were just hilarious. One was obviously Luka getting kicked in the head by Al after getting stripped by Jalen.
He booted him in the dome.
Jalen just pickpocketed him clean, and Luka's just lumbering back whatever. And you get the 38-year-old Ageless Wonder swinging on the rim, smoking him in the head with his foot at Luka laying on the ground, looking like a goofball. Get up, dude! What are you doing? It's just a horrible play. It just that was Luka in a nutshell, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
And then another funny one was, I don't even remember this. End of the third quarter sequence was absolutely hilarious. Jordan Goodwin actually kind of had a good game, but what the hell were you doing?
He stole Austin Reeves' pass.
17-point game. 17-point game, 40 seconds or something ish. LeBron breaks down the defense, kicks to Dalton Connect, sharpshooter for a corner three. Would have been, chance to cut it to 14. Jordan Goodwin playing, he's like Ed Reed out there. Picks it off, shucks it down the other end of the court to nobody. I have no idea what he's doing.
Al trolled him running after it. He was like, "You fucking moron."
The next possession, Tatum Celtics inbound to Tatum. He just dots Jordan Goodwin. Nothing he can really do there. That was just Tatum's 6th shot at the end of the third. Dots him, 20-point lead. Tatum falls down. Goodwin leaks out. Should have an open layup to make it 18. Boots it off the glass.
What took that layup so bad?
What are you doing?
That's a little basketball gods for you, for cherry picking and all the good juju we brought into this game. Just smokes it.
And Al almost hit that half-court shot, which would have just
my soul would have left my body.
Yeah, it would have been that would have really done it. But geez. And Jordan Goodwin, give him credit. He hit a couple threes, and I don't know what he had, but he was all right in this game. But geez, dude, what the hell are you doing?
6 points, 2 for 6 from the 3, 2 for 3 from 3, 2 turnovers.
2 threes in a row in the first half, and I was like, you got to be kidding me with this guy. But he made up for it at the end of the third quarter, especially. So thank you, Jordan Goodwin. Appreciate that. Anything else you wanna dive into?
No, I think that's good.
Reeves, I feel like hit some tough shots, but he was kind of a non-factor, and he again is just too small to be on the court with
he's
Luka
really
at the same time.
I didn't realize how bad he is because I don't watch too much Lakers, but he was getting annihilated. Al just kept putting him on his back and just saying, "You're going into the fucking basket with me." Like you said, Reeves did. He ended up with 16, 3, and 2. He was 2 for 3 in the fourth, so a little comeback there. He's a good shooter, but it's just, again, too many holes on the defense for them. That's why this fucking defensive rating shit was pissing me off. The eye test does not show, dude. You see these guys, you get attacked here, and here.
Bad defenders, yeah. It's that's the weird thing about defensive rating stats. It really is dependent on schedule and a lot of other factors. Some guys sometimes it's just shooting variance at the same time too, which I think the Lakers are the worst. teams
go
were
ahead.
shooting the worst percentage from three against the Lakers over the past like 2 months. So some of
Mhm.
that's luck at the end of the day.
Yeah. Like, what do you want to live with? And are they bad shooters? Well, guess what? We don't fucking have bad shooters, and you have to play one-on-one over here. And you got to sit down and guard your yard, and we just put that on full display on national television that these dudes cannot do that.
Yeah, I think they like did execute their defensive
Their
game
game
plan
plan, yeah.
because they shot more threes in the Celtics, which is like doesn't usually happen, 43 to 38. So it's clear like they wanted to take away the threes, but they just there was no answer in the paint at all. So and then the Jackson Hayes, Rui Hachimura stuff, like if Porzingis is out there and Jackson Hayes is on the court, then Porzingis is just
He's
standing
all
under
the
the
way up.
basket.
He's 30 feet away from the basket.
Yeah, and defensively, then you're not covering Jackson Hayes at the perimeter, so now you have a 7'3" guy under the rim to make it tougher on LeBron and Luka and the driving lane. So
Tatum brings him up and he dusts him, and then there's still no defender at the hoop. It doesn't matter which way you slice it. I would love this finals matchup if it comes down to that. I think that's a good matchup for us.
Who would you rather see less in the finals, the Lakers or the Warriors? Because they're kind of similar.
Yeah, I'd rather see the Lakers because the Warriors, I had PTSD from the 2022 finals. Plus, Steph is just unreal, especially what he showed in the Olympics. Like, he can just fucking take over a game with this crazy shooting. Jimmy Butler is playing rejuvenated over there. He has so many free throws. He just lives at the free throw line. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Draymond Green can still make some solid plays. They got players over
Both
there.
teams don't have size, and I think it would be a bad matchup for both those teams against the Celtics because they just are too small for
I
them.
just
But
don't want to see the Warriors.
But I just don't want anything to do with Steph in the playoffs. So, like, I'm good. I'm all set.
I get giddy watching Luka on defense. I'm just like, oh, let's go.
Steph will try on defense and like make it tough on you. He'll force you into way tough. I'm taking Steph Curry guarding Tatum or Brown over Luka 10 times out of 10.
Yeah, he probably has quicker hands.
Quicker hands. He'll move his feet. He's not just gonna, he's not gonna be super lazy the whole time. So it's like, yeah, I don't want.
The biggest thing with that though is you need to get behind the defense for that lob on them because they have no size. That's the way you attack it because Draymond's gonna come over. So yeah, I'd rather see the Lakers.
Yeah. All right. Well, this is a good Sunday. This is sun shining. Lakers are losing. LeBron's gonna miss extended time, and the Celtics are rolling again, looking ready to go for the playoffs.
We never want to celebrate an injury, so hopefully LeBron comes out healthy. But it's great to see them. Going to be slipping a little bit. Subscribe, like, tell your friends, help us out with the algorithm. We're trying to grow this a bit. Yes, sir. We will see you guys next time. We're gonna try to put out a couple a week going forward. So we'll catch you guys in a few days. Peace.